and then I can figure out what's there to read about here. I don't know. So, anything from the spectrum of credential philosophizing teaching, from vowels and accents and lexicon or whatever, and schemas, if you will. You would have to say there should be an addition in the Gregorian calendar. I'm just saying like this. I know. I think there should be an added date, into the Gregorian calendar, like maybe 2 or 3 dates, or maybe I don't know what we're talking about. I mean, to make it a more in tune with the solar system. I mean, more date, not the Gregorian. Like the whole, but like the whole. Maybe add a month or something, make 13 months or something. I'm not saying you go that far because, like, when you add a couple minutes, then it offsets the universe or whatever. I don't know. Is that a theory or not? Because, like, it seems like Fridays is always the same thing. Saturday's always the same. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And it doesn't seem to break a cycle to me. So, I was just thinking that earlier. And then, any complaints? So let's just have the feedback or whatever. Let's just see what the feedback of what it is. Very good. Okay, and then advanced society theory and stuff like that, or something like that. Yeah, a lot of people don't have what's going on. They call it third world as opposed to like the advanced technology world. You know, so that's pretty bad, right? Being on a bad note, and then go to Facebook here. I mean, I talk about all the demonics of Facebook and demonics of or the exacerbations of Twitter and stuff like that. So we got Facebook here like this. And here says, I think people forgot that having someone genuinely care about you is a gift that should not be taken for granted. Yep, yep. I was reading that yesterday. I kind of absorbed that yesterday, and I was like thinking that. So, yeah, with me, like my whole thing is like, oh, when I talk to a counselor or something like that, I was like, oh, you know what? Light gets in your eyes and stuff like that, and like all this knowledge gets in your mind, and you have to like let it out. It's like, man, and it just you keep seeing more knowledge, and you keep seeing more knowledge, and you have to keep letting it out because you don't want to hold in the knowledge, because you don't want to know what the knowledge is or something like that. So I'm like, my thing is like that, and you know, people at different levels of so-called conspiracy theory or enlightenments know that they want to stop learning stuff. Sometimes they don't want to learn like at a rapid rate, and then at a no rate at another time, and at a slow rate or a too fast rate at another time. They want to go at their own pace or whatnot. I don't know what that is. And then so they say it in your minds or something like that. Don't do that right now. Not right now. It's one of these on YouTube, one of these live. All that shit, maybe all that. What are you talking about, man? Like, there was the other thing I was thinking about earlier. Well, what's two things you want, right? What's two things you want? What's two things you want? And I was like, well, I want to get my check, and I want to get my split here. Just playing around, and I want to get something fixed, right? So I think that falls into the umbrella of finances or something like that. I don't know how to fucking say this shit, but I'll say it like that, as it makes sense to me right now. And then you understand that that area is an artist. Understanding is an art, and not everyone is an artist. Understanding is an art, and not everyone is an artist. Yeah, so that too. That's like two. That's a compound. What do you call it? Statement there. Understanding is an art. Like empathy is an art. It's like a gift. And not everyone is an artist. That's another statement. That's like not everyone's an artist. Not everyone. Some people are creative. Somebody be like, they don't want to. Some people don't. That's a little vague though. You know what I mean? It's very ambiguous. Vague. Maybe about what do you call it? About not everyone's an artist. Yeah, everyone's an artist in some way. It's not published or whatever. So Memorial Day, it's sad because there's sunflowers and stuff like that. Memorial Day, I'm like, oh yeah. I always say that's why I say add something to the Gregorian calendar because it always seems the same cycle to me. Mm. But, and then and then there's a whole thing like ultimate living and stuff like that. You live where you drive where you live. So you drive in where you live and stuff like that. So it's kind of risky for us and stuff like that. Foolish, but we just put it in that sense. And I'm gonna add this to YouTube live, so that way there's no angle on it. It's just an angle of like this is what it is. There's no bias to it. There's no impartial, and that's about it. And you're like, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Or something like that. I'm like, I don't know, man. Stuff like that. I got these tiny home things. There's the ad here, and that's the tiny home things. And you just kind of want to chill a little bit, and not do too much. And then when I was looking through your phone and be like, oh, what's going on? This like material living, and I'm like, you have to have these things and stuff like that for some reason. And like, and like, what you really want is a full coconut boom. Yeah. I mean, so life isn't fair, you know what I mean? Busy. Who knows, right now? It's live and then that way. Oh, what's your decision? I'm like, well, I never made a big deal about a rally factor, but you know what I mean? But because in trenches and whatnot, and especially in income brackets, if it's a decision, you say to yourself, oh, well, it's rally factor. Well, why don't you debate amongst yourselves? I'm kind of done debating that crap. You know what I mean? You put a center up on the moon and whatnot. I put the center up on the moon. I mean, you can't really like argue with certain things, like deal. And me, I'm just saying, well, I just put a century in the gas tank and whatnot. I'm at a very reduced level. So I just flipped all through my phone about that. You still want to? Just kidding. You really want that. And then July, bust. Why? Then you go back to the first one. It's possible. It is. So you just like looking at this here. What do you plan to do? Oh, I took my meds. I don't work. Voice I have to deal with same stuff in the trenches. I can't go to certain places now. Such and such. It's the same worries life I had about a month ago, a week ago, a day ago. So, but a couple good things happen. Access. I got access.